Hey guys, so it's been a couple days since I started working on the handbrake for the Trike, and so the problem I was having was whenever I'll bleed the system and I'll go to tighten down the bleeding valve, my valve will still leak. And so I did some research and I found out basically if you have some dirt like where your seal is, so where your valve actually tightens down to and where it sits, it might cause some leaking issues and stuff. So what I did is I grabbed some Q-tips and I shoved it down the bleed valve stem there, the hole, and basically I just cleaned it out, in which I was able to actually get it to stop leaking. And so that means the seal actually had some, like I pulled out a lot of dirt, as you can see. So like the seal was actually not sitting in there correctly, and so I got the whole system all bled up and it actually works. And so what we'll be doing is disassembling everything and painting everything today. And so let me show you guys what I have done so far. So far this is basically my bleeding valve stem there, as you can see. Basically I had fluid coming out of the, like on the thread there, and it was leaking from the top also. And so what I did, I took it out, used some Q-tips, shoved it in there a couple times, and cleaned it out. And I was able to just bleed the system there, as you can see. I just used my bottle, attached it to there, bled the system all the way, tightened it down, and just did that a couple times until I got it perfect. Yeah, I got it perfectly working. And so it's all done here. I was able to paint that already, and so today we'll just be painting this. And the only paint color I have left is black, and so we'll have to just tape it down and paint the rest of the thing black. And I'm also going to weld a cover for the front here, because I would hate water to get in there and start to rust. And so I'll be doing one for the back there too. And so you can see everything is all oily, so I'll be wiping it down and painting it. So let's get to work. So I decided to give the whole Trike a wash, and as you can see here on my wheel, we just had a lot of dirt build up, which actually kind of ate through the rim, which I just used a scuffing pad. It's just a regular kitchen sponge, the back part, and scrubbed everything down. As you can see, it's looking a lot better now. Same thing on this side. This side was bad, like I couldn't even get everything out, but other than that, it looks pretty good. I was able to scrub some of the rust off on this rotor. It looks a little bit better now, and a little bit presentable, because this thing was actually pretty dirty. And so I just used a degreaser down on that back lever there and scrubbing everything down, and some soap, and that was about it. So now I'm just letting everything dry. I'm going to disassemble that, finish welding it, and we can get to painting here in a minute. So I just welded off the edges here, and I just used metal that I had left over. As you can see, my welds are pretty good, getting there all the way around. This one's probably my favorite so far. That's why I started off. Had some trouble getting going, but once I got the hang of it, I was gone. So I'm gonna grind everything down, and we'll see what we'll do next. Still hot. Oh my goodness. So I grinded down all my welds, and it looks amazing. And everything is all clean, ready for paint. And so over here I have everything wrapped that I don't want to overspray on, as you can see, because I'm just spraying on that area. and I just taped a solid line here, and so whenever I come take it off, it's not gonna look all messy with like black paint smear all over the red paint. So we're going to just get that crisp transition from like red to black instead of it being like all crappy looking. And so my paint's sitting over there out up front in the sun, so I don't really need to put it in hot water. But without further ado, let's get this thing painted. Everything's looking amazing here. Beautiful. As you can see there. And so I've been looking at this front wheel and it just looks disgusting still, even after washing it. And I am just thinking of using Plasti dip and just taping off everything on the edge here and just doing the whole thing black. So that means I'll have to take out the brake disc here, pull out the wheel, tape everything off, because I have like 5 bottles of Plasti dip in my garage, and I feel it'll make the front end look a little bit better instead of looking all super dry and crusty over here, as you can see that. And I think that's my best bet right now. Both sides of my wheel all wrapped up. I'll have to move that paper there when I begin to spray, but let's lay some Plasti dip on this thing. So I did like 6 layers of Plasti dip here. Oh, excuse me. And you can see how everything came out so beautiful. I just love the texture too. It's not all smooth. It's got some nice, beautiful texture to it. I also love how like the letters came out like made in Japan, and the Kawasaki logo over here. But it looks so much better than how it did before, with like all the chrome and the shiny pieces and all the small dirty detail that was actually stuck onto the wheel. But I'm so glad I did this. And all I did was I used my leftover Plasti dip from like a couple years ago, not too long ago, like a year and a half ago, and this is what I finished all my bottles on. I finished all 4 bottles on here, and so I'm gonna let this sit here for a couple more minutes. But everything was drying up so quick because it's so hot outside, and so whenever you just spray down, the dip will actually just dry within a couple seconds, which is actually beautiful. So I'm going to rip everything off and on the trike there also, and assemble that handbrake there. And as soon as this dries up pretty good, we'll put on the disc and we'll mount it on there. Wow, this thing looks amazing. It's crazy how much small details, just attention to details, can do. I'll walk you guys around what I did here. I did the wheels here and it looks absolutely great. Came out beautifully. No more dirty wheels. And it looks pretty sweet, all blacked out. My handbrake handle here came out amazing. It's kind of tight right now because of the paint to paint contact right there, but I'll loosen it up and it'll be perfect. And so yeah, and we didn't have any like spray overs, as you can see there. It's just a nice sweet transition from red to black, and it doesn't look too bad. And yeah, I'm going to take this thing out for a spin today, so I'll get you guys some footage of it, but it looks amazing. Ikoje? How's it? Kanyige? So guys, I wanted to end the video by getting a couple rolling shots and stuff and a test drive for you guys. So I'm gonna set you guys up here and I'll just be going up and down getting some shots, and we'll switch directions here and probably find another location out there and to rip. So let's see how it goes. That was beautiful, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll keep pushing more videos out. Thanks, guys.